If you can't stop overthinking, I need you to hear this. It's not because you think too much, it's because you feel too little. Your mind is racing because your body has something it needs to process, and thinking is how you avoid feeling it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what's really happening when you overthink and the 3 practices that will finally quiet your mind by addressing what your thoughts are trying to protect you from. I used to overthink everything, every conversation, every decision, every possible outcome. My mind was a constant loop of what ifs and replays and analysis. I thought if I could just think through it enough, I'd find the answer. I'd feel better, I'd be safe. But the more I thought, the worse it got, because I was using my mind to solve a problem that wasn't in my mind, it was in my body. Then I learned something that changed everything. Overthinking isn't a thinking problem, it's a feeling problem. Your mind goes into overdrive when there's an emotion or sensation your body doesn't feel safe experiencing. So instead of feeling it, you think about it, you analyze it, you try to solve it mentally. But you can never think your way out of something that needs to be felt. And that's why the overthinking never stops. Here's what we're covering. First, what overthinking is actually doing and why your mind keeps spinning. Second, the 3 signs that you're overthinking is avoiding an emotion. And third, the 3 practices that will help you drop out of your head and into your body so the overthinking can finally stop. Let's start with what nobody tells you. Overthinking is a dissociation strategy. It's how you stay out of your body when being in your body feels too overwhelming. Think about when your mind races the most. It's usually when you're anxious, hurt, scared, or uncertain, times when there's a difficult emotion present. And instead of feeling that emotion directly, your mind creates a maze of thoughts to keep you occupied, to keep you away from what you're actually feeling. Here's what's happening in your nervous system. When there's an emotion or sensation that feels threatening, your system has 3 options: fight, flight, or freeze. Overthinking is flight. It's your mind running away from the feeling by staying hyper-focused on thoughts. You can't fight the emotion and you can't freeze, so you flee into your head. You think and analyze and problem solve and ruminate. And it feels productive. It feels like you're doing something, but really, you're just avoiding. This is why all the advice about just stop thinking or be present doesn't work. You can't just turn off overthinking because overthinking is serving a function. It's protecting you from feeling something your nervous system believes is too much to handle. So until you address what's underneath the thoughts, your mind will keep creating more thoughts. It has to. It's your escape route. Think about it this way. Your body is holding an emotion. Maybe it's anxiety about the future. Maybe it's grief about the past. Maybe it's anger you're not allowed to express. Maybe it's shame you don't want to face. Whatever it is, it's there in your body, creating sensation. And that sensation is uncomfortable. So your mind steps in and says, let's think about this instead. Let's analyze why you feel this way. Let's plan how to avoid feeling this in the future. Let's replay what happened to see if we can make sense of it. And now you're overthinking. Not because you're broken or anxious or neurotic, but because you're trying to avoid feeling something that feels too big or too scary or too much. The overthinking is the symptom. The unfelt emotion is the cause. Now, how do you know if your overthinking is really an avoidance of feeling? Here are the 3 signs that your thoughts are covering up an emotion. Sign number 1. The thoughts go in circles and never reach a conclusion. You think about the same thing over and over. You analyze from every angle, but you never actually feel resolved. You never get to an answer, because the answer isn't in your thoughts, it's in the feeling you're avoiding. Your mind keeps spinning because it's trying to solve something that can't be solved mentally. It can only be felt and released. This is the hamster wheel. Your mind is running and running but going nowhere. Because you're asking your thoughts to do something they're not designed to do. Thoughts are for problem solving, but emotions aren't problems to solve, they're experiences to feel. And until you feel them, your mind will keep trying to think its way to safety. Sign number 2. Your body feels tense or numb while you're overthinking. Notice what happens in your body when your mind is racing. Usually, you're either holding tension somewhere, in your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach, or you're completely disconnected from your body, living entirely in your head. Both are signs that you're avoiding sensation. Your body is trying to tell you something, but you're too busy thinking to listen. This is the split. Your mind and body are in different places. Your mind is in the future or the past, spinning scenarios and replays. Your body is here, holding the emotion that triggered all those thoughts. And the gap between them is where the overthinking lives. You can't feel what's in your body because you're not in your body. You're in your head, running away. Sign number 3. The overthinking stops when you finally let yourself feel. Think about times when the mental loop suddenly quiets. It's usually after you cry, or after you move your body, or after you talk to someone and feel understood, or after you finally admit what you're actually afraid of. The thoughts stop because you stopped avoiding the feeling. You let it move through you. And when the feeling is felt, the mind has nothing left to protect you from. This is the proof that overthinking is about avoidance. If it were truly about needing to think more, the thoughts would lead to clarity. But they don't, they lead to more thoughts. Until you drop into the emotion underneath, then the thoughts dissolve on their own. Because they were never the point, they were just the distraction. Now here's how you actually stop overthinking. These aren't thought management techniques. These are practices that help you feel what you've been avoiding so your mind can finally rest. Practice number 1. Name the emotion underneath. The next time you notice your mind spinning, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Not what are you thinking. What are you feeling in your body? Is it anxiety, fear, sadness, anger, shame, disappointment? Name it. Say it out loud if you can. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling scared. I'm feeling sad. Naming the emotion does 2 things. First, it brings your awareness out of your head and into your body. You can't name what you're feeling without checking in with your body. Second, it starts to discharge the emotion. Just acknowledging it takes away some of its power. You're no longer avoiding it, you're meeting it, and your nervous system registers that. The alarm quiets a little because you're not running anymore. Don't try to change the emotion. Don't try to fix it or understand it or make it go away. Just name it. Feel where it lives in your body. Maybe it's tightness in your chest. Maybe it's a knot in your stomach. Maybe it's heaviness in your shoulders. Just notice. Just name. Just allow. And watch how the overthinking starts to soften when you stop running from what you're actually feeling. Practice number 2. Move the emotion through your body. Emotions are energy in motion. They're meant to move through you, not get stuck in you. But when you overthink instead of feel, you trap the emotion in your body. It can't move because you won't let yourself feel it fully. So you need to give it a way out. And the way out is through movement. This doesn't mean going for a run, though that can help. It means letting your body express what it's holding. If you're angry, let yourself punch a pillow or push against a wall. If you're sad, let yourself curl up and cry. If you're scared, let yourself shake or tremble. If you're holding grief, let yourself collapse or rock yourself. Give your body permission to express what it's been holding. This feels weird at first, maybe even embarrassing, but it's how you complete the stress cycle, how you let the emotion finish moving through you instead of staying stuck. And when the emotion moves, the overthinking stops, because the thing you were avoiding has been processed. Your mind doesn't need to protect you anymore. You can also try this. Next time you're overthinking, drop into your body and exaggerate whatever tension you find there. If your shoulders are tight, tighten them even more. Hold for a few seconds, then release. If your jaw is clenched, clench it harder, then let go. This brings awareness to where you're holding the emotion and helps you release it consciously. Practice number 3. Get out of problem-solving mode and into feeling mode. Your mind loves to solve problems. It's designed for that. But emotions aren't problems, they're experiences. And when you treat your feelings like problems to solve, you end up overthinking instead of feeling. So you need to shift modes from doing to being, from solving to allowing, from thinking to feeling. Here's how. When you notice overthinking starting, say to yourself, this isn't something to solve, this is something to feel. Then place your hand on your heart or your belly. Breathe slowly and just be with whatever sensation is there. You're not trying to change it. You're not trying to understand it. You're not trying to make it go away. You're just being with it, allowing it, giving it space to exist without needing to do anything about it. This is the hardest practice because we're trained to be productive, to fix things, to take action. But sometimes the most powerful action is no action. It's just being present with what is, feeling what needs to be felt, letting the emotion move at its own pace, and trusting that your body knows how to process it if you just get out of the way. When you do this, something shifts. The urgent need to figure everything out starts to fade. The mental loop slows down, and you realize that underneath all the overthinking was just a feeling, a simple human feeling that needed to be acknowledged and felt. And now that you've felt it, your mind can finally rest. Here's what I want you to understand. You're not overthinking because there's something wrong with your mind. You're overthinking because there's something unprocessed in your body, an emotion you're avoiding, a sensation you don't want to feel. And the path to a quiet mind isn't through more thinking, it's through more feeling. We covered what overthinking really is, a dissociation strategy to avoid emotion. We identified the 3 signs your thoughts are covering up feelings: circular thinking, body tension, and relief when you finally feel. And we walked through 3 practices to stop overthinking. Name the emotion, move it through your body, and shift from solving to feeling. This isn't quick. You won't do this once and never overthink again. But each time you practice dropping out of your head and into your body, you're retraining your nervous system. You're teaching it that feelings are safe, that you can handle them, that you don't need to run into your thoughts anymore. And slowly, the overthinking loses its grip. So here's your practice for today. Next time your mind starts spinning, stop. Take 3 deep breaths, put your hand on your heart, and ask, what am I actually feeling right now? Name it, feel it, let it move, and notice how the thoughts quiet when you stop avoiding the emotion underneath. Let me know in the comments, what emotion do you think you're avoiding when you overthink? What are your thoughts protecting you from feeling? I want to hear from you. You're not broken, you're just disconnected from your body, and now you know how to come back.